and welcome to today's tutorial. Today we are going to be working with the Let It Snow collection from Carta. The texture of the paper is awesome. I really love this collection. We're going to do something a little bit different today. We're going to add some die cuts. And I don't typically like to do this because I like to keep everything super simple, but I bought these to go with this collection because I intended to make Christmas cards with this collection of products, and I didn't end up doing that. So we're gonna try and use the dies today, but you don't have to, it's completely optional. There are 12 pattern papers in this kit. We are going to be using all of them except one. The one we're not using is this one right here, this red plaid. And then we are using 6 sheets of cardstock, 2 sheets of white, 2 sheets of chocolate chip, and 2 sheets of Sahara sand from Stampin' Up, but you can find alternatives if you don't want to use Stampin' Up cardstock. We are going to be having cutting diagrams today in this tutorial. The number on top in inches is the size that we're going to cut that piece out at, and there's a number inside of a circle, and that number inside of the circle is the pile that you're going to put that cut piece into. So for page number 1, you'll see number 1. So we're going to see number 1 through 6 inside of those circles. It's just a way to organize all the cut pieces. So for all 6 of our sheets of cardstock, we're going to start off by cutting out a border around the edge. So what we're going to do is we're going to go 1 inch from the edge, 1 inch from the top, and 1 inch from the bottom. And we're going to cut it, and we're going to cut it on all 4 sides like this. And what we're doing is we're cutting out a 10 by 10 inch square out of the center. The border is going to be used as the backdrop for our entire 12 by 12 page. So it's going to kind of create a matte border around our background pattern paper. And then the inside, the 10 by 10 inch square, is going to be used as cut pieces for our pages, and we're going to use a different cutting diagram for that 10 by 10 inch square inside. So the 10 by 10 inch square, we're going to put it off to the side because we're going to cut it again later. And then the borders are going to go into your piles that you're making on the floor or on another table, and we're going to put them into their appropriate piles. Now we're going to be cutting the background papers for all of our 6 pages. So we're going to be cutting the barcode strip off the side, along with 1/2 inch off one side and 1/2 inch on the top. So we're making an 11.5 by 11.5 square background paper for our pages. Okay, so for the dies today, which is completely optional, we are going to be using a craft tool, a Versamark watermark pad just to get the embossing powder and the glitter powder to stick, along with glitter from Tim Holtz and embossing powder from Ranger. The embossing powder is going to be in copper, and the glitter I believe is vintage something. You'll have to look below in the material list. I don't know what it is off the top of my head. So once you cut these out with the Big Shot, what we're going to do is we're going to Versamark the die cut, and then we're going to apply the embossing powder, and then we're going to heat it, and then we're going to apply Versamark again, and then add the glitter, and then heat it again. So it's very important that we do the 2 stages. So we are going to emboss first and then use glitter second. The reason why we emboss before that we use the embossing powder and heat it before we apply the glitter is because the glitter will not stick for a long term on the Versamark. So you'll see here that one of my snowflakes I just used Versamark with glitter, and the other snowflake I used Versamark and glitter on top of an embossed die cut. So what happens is that embossed die ends up remelting again with the glitter on it to hold that glitter in. I'm just made a handful of branches and snowflakes with this embossed glitter technique, and we're just going to randomly put them on the pages. But again, if you don't have those dies, you don't have to put them on the page. You can just change it up a little bit. Now we're going to go ahead and start embellishing our pages. You'll notice that I place white cardstock on top of where I would normally put a picture, and that's just because I'm not ready at this stage to put pictures on my pages, and I don't want pictures on my tutorials. So in place of where I put the white or tan colored cardstock during this stage, just put your picture. And you'll also notice that there's some blank spots on the pages, and that's okay at this point because we still need to add titling and journaling. Have fun. I hope you really like this tutorial. I hope you like working with this collection. It's beautiful. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. Have fun.